So we're actually coming off of two really good starts after a horrible one against Atlanta. And we just ended up beating Detroit in a really great game. In fact, we ended up throwing, I guess, a shutout in our part of the game. But unfortunately, we did give up one run after we ended up coming out. And then we also ended up beating Washington 7-0. Went a pretty good game right there. Ended up throwing a shutout ourselves too. Almost a complete game. But not quite. Of course, that one game against Atlanta, we're not going to talk about that, but you guys see how bad that was. Either way, we're probably going to end up taking this first game against Washington, which is really good because, again, we've already pitched well against them, and this one's going to be at home. Hopefully we won't take this game against Texas, but we'll see. And then it looks like our next one won't be until September, and we'll see who that is. And I saw that Atlanta was there again. Let's just hope it's not them. But let's simulate forward. Let's see what game we're going to be taking as we end up dropping... 3 out of our last 4, unfortunately. And now it's up to us to take on Washington and see if we can keep ourselves in the hunt for the wild card. Abrams, Garrett, and Alonso are all hot right now in the 1-2-3. Unfortunately, they have 2 other guys who are hot. Only one that's cold, but it's going to be a tough lineup to face, especially with Alonso and Gallo in 3 and 4. So let's go back in there and maybe we can have a repeat performance of the last time we played them. So again, thankfully this one is actually going to be in New York. It's nice to be able to pitch in front of the home crowd again. It's been a while since we pitched at home, so it's going to be pretty nice. Again, they do have a hot lineup, so hopefully we can still find a way to get those strikeouts. But we do have to start with Abrams here. And as always, let's start with that changeup. That's looking real good today. Yeah, all right. Maybe he was expecting the fastball, kind of like this one right here. Yeah. Oh, but he hits it pretty weakly, and thankfully Lindor gets there for just a little line out. That looked like it was going to be hit a lot harder than it actually was. That's what we get for throwing that a little early, though. Get that slurve right in there for the strike. Let's actually go up and in with the fastball on this one. That way we can set up for an outside pitch on the next one. Look at that. That's beautiful. And what do you say we hit him with that slurve one more time, and let's get this one out of the zone. Can't believe he actually got a piece of that. Lindor! What a play, baby. That's what I'm talking about. It's nice to have a great shortstop. Good old Petey. Come on now, buddy. Let's see, what do you got for me? Oh, yeah, you're looking fastball. You were looking fastball. I love that. Oh, no. How that one was not drilled into the seats, I don't know. Let's go slurve one more time, but let's make sure we actually get it out of the zone. There we go. But he's not going to bite at it, but can't blame him on that. I did not want to choose the slurve again, but it's unfortunately the one that we're going to have to go with here. Let's finish him. Nope, we're not. Honestly, I think we're going to go with the changeup this time. We've yet to go to the split, but I do not want to use that until the next inning. But unfortunately, we might have to use it right now. So let's go with the split down and out a little bit. Let's get him swinging on this one. Yikes. I am not happy with that. Oh my gosh, that's going to be a wild pitch. So much so that you allow Alonso to actually get to second on that one. Awesome. That's alright. We got one strike on Gallo, thankfully, because he swung at that bad pitch. But he doesn't swing at that one, which looked a lot better than the other one. That's alright. Let's go slurve. There it is. These guys have some pretty good discipline. It's not the Gallo I know. Oh my gosh. Alright, that's fine. Come back now. 3-1. And that is going to be our second consecutive walk. That's fine. Just got to settle down a little bit. And wow, even the pitches that we're getting in the zone just aren't being called strikes, unfortunately. So we need to find a way to get it back into the zone here. And unfortunately, Ruiz is hot. So getting in the zone like that might result in a base hit. But thankfully, Alonso is pretty slow. I can't believe he swung at that. Like, okay, hold on. Explain to me how you swing at that, but not... It's okay. Let's finish him with the split. Let's get him right here. Sit him down. Okay, you know what? As long as it's a ground out, I'm fine. We got everyone slow on the base paths there, so I'm too worried, but that's all right. End of the inning. Let's just... Wow, no hits. Let's just pick it up next inning. We unfortunately do not get any runs on that, but At least we got a chance to relax between innings. And look at that. We actually start with the first pitch strike. First time we've done that in some time now. So let's go change up. That's looking good. He's not going to swing at it. And honestly, the fact that we haven't been incredibly accurate this game makes sense of why they're not swinging at pitches. That was a really bad pitch on that one. We left that hanging, so let's get a little bit of redemption. Let's finish him with that slurve down and out. Nope. You're not. We need to pick this up here. 2-2. We can't get deep into counts anymore. We actually want to get a complete game at some point. And that is not going to happen with things like that. But thankfully he gets there. Honestly, the fact that he took a stutter step in and then went back, didn't think that he was going to get there, but thankfully he did. There we go. We got one quick out. And quick may be a relative term there. That was not incredibly quick. Oh, we got the call on that one, but we didn't get that one on the outside corner against... was that Pete or was that Gallo? Either way, actually I think it was Ruiz. Either way though, we just want to keep it outside still on him. Now, one out, thankfully. As long as we don't give up any extra base hits, we're going to be fine. We got a 1-2 count. This guy's cold, right? Let's go circle change down and out. He'll swing at it. He will. No, he won't. Let's finish slurve now. Let's do it. No. And we put you to another full count. But let's finish it with the split now. May as well. There we go. Looks at it. I don't know what he was looking for right there, but whatever it was, that wasn't it. And we got our first strikeout of the game finally. And now we go to the Brady house. Oh, bro, you should have swung at that. You should have swung at that. That's alright, that allows us to go 0-1. And that is going to be 0-2. That is a quick 0-2 count. So let's finish him with the slurve down and out. And let's get our second strikeout of the inning. Or not. That's alright. He saw out. Let's go up and in with the fastball. He's going to look for another off speed. So let's get him. Wow. Good discipline. That's alright. 2-2, 2 outs. Top of the second. That only means good things for us. That's a good omen. Apparently not. He is not going to swing at that. And 0-2 quickly goes to 3-2. Let's get him. Thank you very much. That's a base hit. Okay. Well, that's fine. At least it wasn't a hard hit ball. And at least we didn't walk him. First hit of the game, so what can you do? Just the fact that our whip is going to be so high because of the... Really, that's a ball. But because of all the walks that we've had, we are not getting many in the zone today. Again, even the ones that we're getting and actually hitting the zone, they're just not being called it. And that allows him to go 2-0 and get just a nice little change-up down the middle. It allowed him to get a base hit, too. And now we're back to the top of the order. Now we have to deal with Abrams, who, again, has been hitting really well lately. So we can't allow him to get anything good here, especially with guys on first and second. And we are just not starting off well. Again, this is a wild game so far. How are we not even getting that? I don't know where we're missing on some of these. Thank you. At least we get that one. He wasn't going to swing at that one, especially with a 3-0 count. That was not his pitch. There we go. 3-1 count. He finally makes a mistake. And there we go. We get out of this jam, and thankfully we can go into the dugout. We can kind of relax again, get back into our zen, maybe have some seeds, and let's go back out in the third and pretend the first two didn't happen. How did our offense put up 10? How did that happen? All right, that just means that we need to make sure we go at least 4 innings. We want to be eligible for the win here at this point. And with the amount of pitches we've already thrown, we're already up to almost 50. That's worse than a lot of the pitches that we've thrown that were called balls. Either way, let's finish with the slurve, down and out. I was thinking maybe with a 10-run lead, they would think that they would have to really kind of get a lot of runs, so maybe they would swing at bad pitches. Let's go up and in with the fastball. There we go. Sit him down, baby. And that's the first out of the inning. Uh-oh! Big boss challenge, baby. Pete Alonso steps up to the plate. Thankfully for us, again, we do have that 10-run lead, so I'm not incredibly worried. So let's take the boss down. Let's see if we can strike him out here. We're going to start with that slurve. Thankfully, he looks at that right down the middle. That is the best pitch that he is going to see. Go fastball up and in. Let's jam him. Let's push him off the plate. That's fine. Going to allow us to go for the slurve down and out now. We pushed him off the plate a little bit. We'll look for that. But he just ain't taking the bat off his shoulder. That's bad for us. Let's go change up. There we go. We get the called strike on that one. We're finally getting some calls. I think the umpire just wants to get out of the game and go home. Let's finish him off. There we go. We end up defeating the boss challenge, and we pick up the strikeout in Alonso, and that is the second of the inning, third of the game. All right, now let's see if we can strike out the side. Especially after those first 2 innings, that would be incredibly ideal. So let's get Gallo here. Let's see if we can get him up and in. I don't know why we're doing that, considering the fact that we know that Gallo is not good when the ball is down and away. So, but unfortunately, we would need to hit the zone for that to actually matter. He might swing at some, but we need to prove that we can throw strikes before he'll swing at some. As you can see there, even the fastball, he just fouled off. So let's go with the changeup, and let's see if we can get this just barely out of the zone. Swing at this one, buddy. Let's go. We strike out the side for, I think, the first time in this series. And let's go into the dugout with this 10-run lead. And let's keep cruising. Well, I don't care if we pick up any more runs, honestly. So this 10-run lead is okay with me. Thankfully, well, at least thankfully for Washington, there is no slaughter rule. Either way, there we go. Good pitch right there. Good thing, though, is at least the Met fans can enjoy this game because they know we're going to win. And they can get drunk as all hell, too. Wow, that just was right off the edge, unfortunately, and he wasn't going to pick up the bat to swing at that. Let's get this one. There we go. It's going to be a ground out to Lindor. Let's pick up this first out of the inning, and let's keep it going. All right, you got to stay in your lane on this one. Lane Thomas comes up to bat. Thankfully, looks at that slurve. Sorry, I was trying to think of a way to actually work his name into something I could say, and that was the best I can come up with. You guys see why I have under 10,000 subscribers? Either way, let's go with that slurve down and out. Let's K him up. Sit him down. He ain't going to swing at that. He's way too disciplined for that. So let's go with the split down and out now. Let's finish him off right here. Nope. Well, you know what? At least we make the play ourselves. We're just trying to showboat a little bit. And at least we get the second out. At least we get some kind of upgrade for that. But honestly, the strikeout would have been better, especially considering the fact that our coach is not happy with our strikeout rate, despite the fact that it's been the best that we've had pretty much all series. Now, you know, if I actually went down to maybe like All-Star or something, oh, that's a base hit, unfortunately. And maybe I could pick up some more, but this could be more fun at Legend, I think. Well, maybe not more fun, but definitely more difficult. Either way, there we go. Great first pitch on Brady. Let's keep it up against him, and let's get out of this inning. He did not want to give up a 2-out hit. And there we go. We're gonna make quick work of him. We're gonna finish him with that slurve one more time, and let's sit him down. And there we go. See, that's all we wanted to do is just allow us to strike out the next hitter. And now all we have to do is see, what would that be? 8-9-1 next inning. Either way, we got a 10-run lead. I'm not worried. Oh, I'm sorry. It is 9-1-2, but that is still all right. Again, we have a 10-run lead. Feel really good with where we're at right now. If we can pick up a strikeout here on Nunez, that would be ideal. Be a good way to kind of help solidify a solid win on our challenge here. And let's finish him off with a split down and out. Let's see if we can get him to swing on this one. Sit him down. I don't think so. That was bad rotation on that split. That had no break whatsoever. So let's see if we can redeem ourselves with a slurve. Yes, we do. Drop third strike. But you end up getting him at first, and we got our first strikeout of the inning. We're looking good now. But now we're facing the top of the order. But it's all right. We've done pretty well against Abrams this game, as we leave one hanging about belt high that he could have taken into right field, or left field, pardon me, and could have gotten that base hit. But no, he is still 0 for 2, and that is a foul ball, working it to 0-2. And that'll allow us to go for the changeup down and out. Let's finish him off here. Nope, again, every time that I think that he's going to actually swing at that, he does not. So maybe the split will get him to bite. That looks good. Man, that was a good pitch. That was a damn good pitch, but just not the one that was going to be the strike 3. Finish him with the slurve. Man, he is being very selective. Very selective. Rightfully so. Let's get him with the changeup, though. Let's finish him off. There we go. He laid off of like 3 really good balls there and ended up swinging at the worst one, but that is our 7th strikeout of the game and our 2nd of the inning again. I don't know why we seem to get more strikeouts later in the game, but I'm pretty happy about it. Again, I think I said this in a previous game, but that's actually how I used to pitch when I was in like high school and college too. I usually used to start a little slow, I used to be a little wild, and I would end up picking it up, and that's usually where all my strikeouts would be later in the inning. There we go, great catch over there by the first baseman, great reaction time. That is 3 quick outs right there, and we're looking really good after a shaky start. And he's allowing us to go into the 6th, and that's nice. We actually have a chance at a quality start here. But that means that we do need to keep the ball back in the zone, but we are facing the heart of their order at 3-4-5. So we do have Alonso up right now. We're going to have to worry about Gallo. And who was their 5 hitter? Is that Lane Thomas? Either way, we'll find out in a little bit. Man, Alonso's not swinging it much today. Let's see if we can get him with a fastball up and in. Maybe that'll get him to bite. Okay, I'm not going to argue with a strike call like that. Let's finish him with that slurve away. Sit him down, baby. Another strikeout on Alonso. That's our 1st of the inning. Dude, we got 8 strikeouts this game. And like all of them come in the last like 3 innings. That is incredible. Gallo just kind of checked swinging at that one. He would have fouled it off even if he would have actually fully swung. So it's okay. My goodness, man. Now they're swinging at bad pitches. Let's keep it outside on him. That seems to be the thing that's working. Apparently it's Javi Baez Jr. Let's finish him here. Oh, no! He ends up making contact, but at least that is going to be a ground out. And we pick up the 2nd out of the inning. Ah, that's right. It's Ruiz. I'm sorry. Lane must be the 6th hitter then. Either way, we can still get him out right here. He flinches at that, but doesn't quite swing. But we're still looking good. Are we at 70? We're at 96 pitches? When did that happen? Well, apparently that is probably where we're going to end the day. I think he was going to leave us out there until we ended up giving up a base runner. And that's okay, though. You know what? Great comeback there. We ended up coming back, striking out quite a few. And, hey, you know what? We're walking out of here with no earned runs, despite the fact that we are still on the hook for the guy over at first. But we got 2 outs here. And whoever comes out next, I don't think it's going to be Severino because this ain't a close game. But whoever it is, we'll end up kind of holding this here. And we do end it 10-0. Sears ends up getting the, what would that be, 3 1/3, I guess, full save. So he got the classic save. We end up picking up the win, going to 7-2. And we walk out of here with a 10-0 win against the Nationals. Again, a really shaky start there, but we ended up picking it up. Went 5 2/3, only 4 hits, 2 walks. And a couple of them maybe shouldn't have been walks, but it actually felt like a lot more than 2. But we still picked up 8 strikeouts in 5 2/3. Looking really good, and yeah, we looked like we ended up this month really well. 5-1, 2.75, and 32 strikeouts. We're looking really good, and we just seem to get better every single week. So let's bask in the glory of that 10-0 win, because it looks like our next start is going to come against Tampa Bay. I was worried about Atlanta at 77-57, but should have been more worried about Tampa Bay at 81-55. It's going to be a tough matchup. It is just a 2-game series against them, but it looks like it's going to be us against Rasmussen. It's going to be a little tough. He looks like he's doing well. 14-6 this season, 132 strikeouts and 170 with a 3.22 ERA. But our line looks pretty good too, and let's see if we can end up keeping that up. Let's simulate ahead. Let's get our practice in, and let's check out this matchup against the Rays. We ended up taking that first game against Tampa Bay. That looks really, really good. And it looks like Yandy Diaz is their only player that's hot right now. Paredes and O'Neill are currently cold, but their lineup still looks really good regardless. There's a reason why they have over 80 wins right now, and we're not even, or we're just barely into September. They're definitely going to end up winning their division, if not getting one of the wild cards. But either way, let's go in here and let's see if we can take this 2-game series. And it's our first game in the Dome, too. Welcome to Tropicana. If I'm not mistaken, this field has a lot of issues with it. I'm really hoping that Tampa Bay ends up building a new stadium soon because they deserve it, especially with the success that they've been having, too. But either way, Let's see if we can keep that ERA as well as that whip intact right here. And let's see if we can go to 8-2 against the Tampa Bay Rays. The Caballeros up first, so let's see if we can actually start off the right way. And let's see if we can get that first pitch strike. We do not. We leave that a little bit low. But that's fine. Let's go with that change. Looks a lot better. There we go. Finally get our first strike of the game. And now we can start to cruise a little bit more. Going up and in with the fastball. That's beautiful. We've gone 3 pitches inside. That means that we set up for the slurve down and out. Let's see if we can finish them off. We are not when we throw that horribly, though. Let's go with the split. I know I said I didn't want to go with all of our pitches on the first hitter, but that's obviously what we shouldn't have done. So I won't be doing that again. Let's go with the changeup. Let's see if we can finish them off. Nice. Okay, that's at least... Come on. You got me. You got me. Let's go! Fielding our position. Good put out right there. And thankfully, we got a really good play by our first baseman. He ends up recovering, and we end up getting over there, and we get the out. Oh, yeah, just barely. Just barely. So now on to a Rosarena. So let's keep getting out of this. Why not? Good pitch right there. Let's go with the slurve on this one. Oh, no. Yeah, that's why I said, oh no. We left that hanging, unfortunately, and yeah, he's definitely going to attack that ball. And unfortunately, that brings up Yandy Diaz, who is hitting .353 already this year. It's not good for us. But as long as we keep the ball low, we might be able to get a double play here. Oh no, Rosarena stealing. Yeah. Well, we're not going to get that double play anymore, so let's see if we can get a strikeout right here. He's got 27 on the season. Rough. Rough for us. Oh, no. Goodbye. Oh. I thought that went over the fence, but apparently not. That only ended up being a single? But it is an RBI single. And that's not the way to start the game. It's the first time we've given up a run in a couple games. So let's just kind of regroup here. Let's get back on pace here. And, let's get out of this one. We have a chance of another double play right here. Or another double play chance. We haven't gotten one yet this game. But we could also strike him out too. And that's what we do right there. Alright, at least we're helping our own cause. And now we got 2 outs. We don't have to worry about getting the double play. We just need to get Lau out right here. Lau out? Oh no. Can you get there? Can you get there? Thank you. Left that one up again. I'm surprised that they haven't hit 3 bombs on us already, because we've left 3 mistake pitches up there. But at least we get out of that one with only 1 run given up and only 2 hits. And while that is more than what we've been used to giving up these last couple games, that inning could have been a lot worse. And again, Tampa Bay is a good enough team where if you leave them mistake pitches, they will definitely take advantage of that. But there we go. Tyler O'Neill swinging at that change, so let's hit him with the slurve. And sit him down. You bet he did. Sit down, buddy. That was a horrible swing. That didn't even come close to the strike. Even if that was a fastball, that wasn't going to be anywhere near the strike zone. But we'll take it. I'm not going to argue. All right, Shea, what you got on me, dude? What you got? Well, you know what? That's fair. Way to look at that changeup. That was definitely not the spot you wanted. But there we go. Oh, and that's going to be a pop-out. I thought he fouled that one back, but nope. Just out to the second baseman. And now we just got to get Siri out. Let's see if we can make this a quick inning. Unlike that first one. Good pitch right there. And maybe we can actually get him, actually get a strikeout on this one, too. That would be cool. That would be cool. Although, not always feasible. Fastball up. Oh, no. That was supposed to be up and in, and that was not where we threw it. That's all right. We finish him with this, and we get our second strikeout of the inning. He bailed us out on that one, and thankfully, we get out of that inning really quickly. And even though we haven't been perfect this game, I have faith we'll pick it up in the later innings, though. Now let's go. We got the 9-1-2 up here, and let's just go right back to work. There we go. That's a really good pitch. Down and in as well, which is going to set up for a fastball up and in as well. I bet you he looks for a slurve on this one because that's been our sequence all game. And we get him on that one. No, he was actually looking for that, unfortunately. But now we can actually set up for down and away. That'll be nice. And we can sit him down. If we would have got that a little closer to the zone. Let's go fastball up and in again. Why not? What's the worst that could happen, huh? We could almost hit him. That could be that. That's alright. That sets up for another down and away pitch. And that's going to be the split this time. Oh, no. Yeah, it was going to only be a matter of time before we end up throwing one wrong. But thankfully, that doesn't hurt us. That's just going to be a pop-out to the third baseman in foul territory. And now we got the top of the order again. Let's go. Beautiful. Good pitch to start on, especially considering the fact that we started the game with a ball. So the fact that we started him with a strike on this one is really, really nice. That was a great pitch, but unfortunately he did not get called. And unfortunately he did not swing at that. Good discipline to lead that one out of the zone. Wow. But he swung at that one. Up and in, and I guess he was looking for maybe something to break back into the zone. Now time for something to break out of the zone. But he is too good for that one. Let's go circle change, though. We haven't thrown that much on 2-2. And that's obviously the reason why. But at least that's going to be a ground out over to Lindor, and we got 2 outs now. I'm glad that we've really calmed down for from our first inning debacle there. So there we go. That's not a great pitch, but at least he ended up seeing the slurve early. And allows us to go for the fastball. And that'll allow us to push it to 2-0 on a Rosarena. Not who you want to allow to get on base, and you definitely don't want to issue him any free passes, especially with Diaz on deck. So we just need to get it in the zone here. There we go. Yeah, you know what? Again, we didn't want to allow him to get on base, but at least we didn't issue a free pass. I'm actually surprised that he had the green light on 3-0 like that. Question is he going to steal again? I'm not going to pick off, though. But let's just go fastballs here. I feel like we're going to have to do that if we want to have a chance at actually getting him out if he ends up stealing. There we go. Good pitch right there. Let's go fastball up and in. Maybe he'll swing at it. He won't. We'll get him with the slurve, though. No, we won't. Okay. Let's take a deep breath here. Take a deep breath. No walks. There we go. Okay. That'll push it to a full count now. Now, he's going to be going on the pitch. So now, let's end up going for the split. As long as we keep it in the zone, at least it'll produce a ground ball. There it is. Sit him down, baby. That's how we get out of the inning. Diaz goes down on strikes. That was a strike, buddy. That was definitely a strike. And there we go. We go back in, still down 1-0 now. But that does mean that we have 4, 5, 6 up this inning. But at least no one's on base. And we did end up picking up a run there, too. And that's really nice. We got it back to a tie ball game. Now, this is essentially a 6-inning game, you know? Oh, boy, that was not a well-thrown circle change. I'm glad that a lot of these guys are righties. This slurve is working really well today. Shouldn't have said anything there, because that was misthrown, but that is going to be a pop-out to the center fielder. And now we got the only lefty up in the order. We got Brandon Lau. Let's go fastball. There we go. Thankfully, he does not like to swing at first pitches. And that's good for us, especially when we leave one pretty much right at the thighs, right down the middle. Glad we got the call on that one, too. And let's go with the split down and out. Let's see if we can get him to fish on this one. There we go. Oh, that did not clip the zone, unfortunately. Maybe we can get him on the slurve to finish him off. That was a beautiful pitch. And yeah, that's going to be a ground out? Not quite. Man, he was definitely playing a little bit of a shift there and ends up picking up the infield single. If I would have known they were shifting, maybe I wouldn't have thrown the ball outside. Either way, O'Neal up to the plate now. Let's see if we can get a double play on this one. And yeah, to be fair, I should know those things, especially since I'm on the mound, but you know, it just shows my inexperience in this game. Can't quite get the strike on the slurve outside. And come on, let's be better here. There we go. Or not. So let's go with the circle change. There it is. There we go. Now, oh, why didn't I go to second base on that one? We could have got the double play. I don't know why I thought there were 2 outs when I just said we should get the double play. But at least we got another one out there, and we just got a guy on second now. But the way that we've been pitching, I think we're going to be okay. We just need to make sure that there are no extra base hits. He's only got a 53 speed here, so as long as we keep the ball at least not in the gaps, I don't think he's going to score. Or we have a chance to throw him out at the plate. Wow, we did not get that strike on the inside corner. Bro, just throw the ball back to me, please. Thank you. Let's get him. There we go. Good pitch on that one. Now we're back. Now we're back in the zone. Let's go with the change. There we go. Ooh, he was looking fastball on that one. And now let's sit him down with the slurve. There it is. And that's going to be a gapper. And now we're back in the situation we were at before this inning. We're down by 1. And unfortunately, he does get a double out of that too. So, let's just work out of this inning. Not a big deal. Are you going to gun him at home? Get him at home. Get him at home. That was a wild throw. Why did you not cut that off, man? You could have cut that off. And now, unfortunately, that pushed it to a 3-1 game. Boy, what a difference a couple pitches make. And to the bottom of the order, too. That's rough. At least he's going to get that one. And we're out of the 4th inning, but not until we give up 2 runs. Let's see if the offense can put up 2 here. They don't, but at least we get to go back out there. Let's just make sure we get out of this one, keep it a 3-1 game, and give our offense a chance to help us get the win here. Looks like a lot of our losses have been against just the top-tier teams, man. We've been great against the teams that have been, very far under 500. But, man, these, the Tampa Bays, the Braves, and teams like that, we're struggling, man. We need to put it together. But, again, we are a rookie. It's kind of expected, but at the same time, we don't want to be any ordinary rookie, We want to be a top-tier pitcher in the league. And thankfully, once we get strikeouts like that, we might be recognized as that. But there we go, 5th strikeout of the game on something that probably should have been a base hit. And now it's back to a Rosarena. Beautiful. And what is he, 3 for 3 today now? All up the middle? Yeah, man's got my number for sure. That's all right. Double play chance again. Can you believe it? Good pitch on that circle change. Go fastball down and in. There it is. Wow, not keeping it in the zone though. Let's go split. I think he'll end up grounding this one. That looks good. Beautiful. Doesn't even get a piece of it. And maybe we can get him with that slurve down and out. Oh no. Thank you for going foul. And yeah, we see some guys warming up over there. Let's get that one more shot though. There it is. But he ain't going to swing. And we should have known that he was going to try to go on that pitch. Dude is a monster. Wow! Oh, what a play! No, let me get there first. All right, let's turn around, make sure he doesn't go home. Thankfully, we get over to field the position, and that's a second great play over there by Farmer. I don't necessarily know why he threw it so early, but we still got the out. Happy about that. But now we got a Rosarena over on third, and we unfortunately have Paredes, their 4-hitter, up right now, too. So, not looking good, especially when we drop 2-0. But there we go. Got 2-1 now. We aren't quite back to even, but we're back into a decent count. There it is. Beautiful, and that's going to be a ground out to the second baseman. Thankfully, we get out of this one, but still, being down by 2 runs is a little rough. And unfortunately, that's where the day's going to end, as JP Sears comes in to close out the game. Don't know for sure if we end up scoring any extra runs, but we'll find out. If we still end up losing 3-1, then yeah, we know that they didn't. But unfortunately, that is the case. We couldn't get more than 1, and yeah, we end up dropping it 3-1. Honestly, though, giving up 3 runs in the game isn't ideal, but especially to a good team like this, It's not too bad, but the 7 hits was the issue. Thankfully, we didn't walk anyone, despite the fact that we got into a couple of deep counts. But still, we worked out of those, and thankfully only gave up 3 runs. But unfortunately, we only got 1 ourselves, and that is what ended up getting us the loss. So, now we dropped to a still very good 7-3. But man, we end up dropping that one, and we are slowly fading out of wildcard contention. So unfortunately, we do take that loss, and things aren't going to get much easier next week when we probably take on the Yankees in the first of this 3-game set. Now, it looks like they are 68-71, so maybe we do have a good chance here, but time will only tell. And we are kind of fading out of the wildcard picture. Unfortunately, we are 6.5 games back with only the rest of this month to play. So, unfortunately, we do have a limited amount of time to be able to make those games back. We do face the Marlins, the Reds, and the Cardinals, all of which are above us right now in those standings. So, as long as we can pick up games against them, we're going to be in a good spot. But we'll come back next time against the Yankees, and hopefully we'll take everything that we learned in this Tampa Bay game and apply it to them. And let's see if we can find a way to squeak into the playoffs at the end of the season. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go down and drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.